Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching my video. And today I'm going to touch upon my struggles with my mental health and how that's been connected to my issues around gambling. So it was around sort of 10 years ago I had my first real bad episode of depression. I'd had some issues before, but I'd just come out of a job where I was managing pubs, and it all came to an end abruptly. And at that stage I did have a bit of a problem with, let's say, drink and drugs, and also smoking, a hell of a lot. So I wasn't gambling, but pretty much anything else I was doing. And then I found myself out of work and just sunk into a really bad place. For about 3 or 4 months I barely went out of the house, didn't have much interaction with anybody. It was sleeping throughout the day and up throughout the night, and it was a real horrible place to be, really, looking back. I got with my now fiance. She kind of rescued me from that place, really, because I'd known her before, and then we started chatting online a bit, and eventually went out, and the rest was history, really. From there I slowly managed to turn my life around again, and things were looking really good. I was really positive, complete change of lifestyle, really. I was within a few months of meeting her. She cleaned me up, not even smoking. I had a job, but just couldn't shake off sort of the depression episodes. Kept haunting me a bit. I remember I had a job at a supermarket at the time, and I was in a real low place again, and I didn't even ring them to tell them I wasn't going in. Just sort of went AWOL. And that's what happens, really. Just me personally, I feel like I just grind to a halt mentally. My brain just slows down. I've got no spark. I don't want to. I'd completely withdraw into myself. Even if a friend or family member I'd see in the street, if I was out and about, I'd duck out of the way not to speak to them. And it's the complete opposite from when I'm feeling well. I just want to socialise, want to speak to people. But yeah, it's a horrible place to be, and I think it's obvious, that there is a link between mental health and gambling, especially compulsive gambling. But I think it needs to be emphasised more, really. I only gambled when I was feeling really low, and in one of these points where I was off work, I remember going on the web, on the internet, and opening all new accounts, trying to get free bets. Dozens of accounts. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing to fill my time, because I was looking for that buzz, just to try and make myself feel better. And eventually that led to me gambling a hell of a lot of money away. And like I say, I only gambled when I felt really low, and it was like a release, an escapism. Didn't really care if I'd win or lose. It's just the feeling you get from doing it, which is similar. It's very similar to other addictions, and the buzz you get from them. So this kind of cycle continued, really, for a couple of years, where I'd be up and down. I'd eventually come out of a depression and start feeling really positive again. But I noticed I was experiencing very low lows and very high highs. For instance, I wouldn't be able to sleep because I had all these ideas in my head, and I was writing comedy shows. And I remember once I went to see a bank manager about getting a loan to open a leisure centre in my hometown. It was a good idea. We still need one now. But, I wouldn't even be able to think up these things when I was feeling low. That's what it's like. You just all or nothing. But I got you know, I went to the doctors and eventually I was diagnosed with bipolar and struggled for a long time with that and with gambling as well, because when I'd get so down, I'd just turn to gambling just to get that release. But this past sort of 2 years, almost coming up 2 years now, it's like I say, life is so much better without gambling. You still have your lows, but they're nothing near what they used to be. Just recently I've just come out of a little low now and again, but they seem to do just last sort of a few weeks now. And you know, it's still not, as you say, normal, but you know, if you're not gambling, you're not going to make it worse. And if you're at least trying to do some healthy things with your life, then you know you're going to help yourself. But don't beat yourself up about it. And you just got to remember, there's always help out there. Just reach out. You can always change. That's the key thing, really. Just forgive yourself. That's one of the main things I learned, really. Forgive yourself for the things you may have done. You know, the money you've spent, the people you've hurt. You've got to forgive yourself. Maybe forgive people as well, for anyone that's hurt you. I've always found that's one of the big things, forgiveness. And you can move on. You can have a great life, and you can feel like every day is a blessing, and just be grateful for the people you got around you. You know, and there's always somebody out there. Even if you're on your own, just reach out to somebody. I'll put some links again in the comments where there are people you can speak to. There's always somebody there to help. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.